In a 3 News Investigates exclusive, a local surgeon faces discipline by the state medical board for alleged sexual misconduct with a teen hospital volunteer. The case is more than a decade old. 3 News investigator Lena Lai uncovers how top hospital leaders knew about the doctor's behavior, yet he was neither prosecuted or even fired from his job.
It's about time.
For Melinda, time has not faded the memories from more than a decade ago.
She wouldn't reach out to talk to you or anybody. She was that shy.
Of her timid teenage niece sharing troubling details of a sexual relationship with a middle-aged doctor.
How could you do that to an innocent young girl?
In 2011, Melinda, whose last name we're not using to protect her niece's identity, brought the 17-year-old to the Middleburg Heights Police Department, where the girl told detectives about consensual sex in hospital exam rooms with Southwest General orthopedic surgeon Michael Banks, whom she had first met when she was 14.
She had confided in this doctor. She had gone on his boat.
The girl was a hospital junior volunteer and told police that Banks, a married father of 2, brought her to his $1 million Marblehead home. And soon, the relationship became sexual, legal in Ohio since by then she was over 16. What's not legal? Exchanging nude photos with a minor, a felony. Agents from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force raided Banks's office, his Rocky River home, and his home in Marblehead, seizing computers and electronic devices containing text messages teaching the teen how to pose for photos and how to delete them. Agents say they found at least one nude photo of the girl. The police report also reveals that the top ranks of hospital leadership knew about the doctor's behavior. According to the report, Southwest General Hospital's Human Resources and the hospital's Chief of Medical Affairs informed detectives that Dr. Banks admitted to them to sending pornographic images of his genitalia to the minor. That was back in 2011. Dr. Banks continues to practice at the hospital today and, in fact, was elevated to Chief of Surgery in 2017. Banks was never prosecuted after police say he reached a financial civil settlement with the girl. In a statement, Southwest General noted that Banks is an independent physician who practices at the hospital and that it fully cooperated with authorities, but with no disciplinary action from the State Medical Board of Ohio or law enforcement charges, the physician continued as a member of the medical staff.
If he was a janitor, if he was somebody working in the kitchen, they wouldn't have kept their job. They would have been fired on the spot.
What are your thoughts about going back more than a decade to discipline an active licensee?
In 2019, Governor Mike DeWine ordered a medical board review of previously closed cases of sexual misconduct against doctors, following decades of sex abuse by Ohio State team doctor Richard Strauss that went undetected for so long.
Would I draw a line and say at 10 years or 5 years or whatever, we shouldn't go and look behind that? No. If they did it, they did it.
Out of 91 reopened cases, Banks is among 2 now facing disciplinary action. Case Western law and medical ethics professor Sharona Hoffman explains the potential impact.
If a real wrong was committed, it's worth pursuing. It's worth teaching other doctors not to behave in this way, so there's a deterrent effect.
After 11 years, Dr. Banks could finally face consequences.
I do believe that what goes around comes around.
Because for Melinda, time doesn't heal all wounds.
I guess he should be punished.
Not too late?
The courts might say, the law might say, but in my eyes, it's not too late. You did something wrong. You know, we need to pay.
Dr. Michael Banks will face the medical board at a hearing in September. The board will then vote whether to suspend or revoke his license or take no action. We reached out to Dr. Banks through his attorney, who said out of respect for the board, they would have no comment until after the hearing. For 3 News Investigates, I'm Lena Lai.